Emma Sullivan worked late on the 11th floor of Sterling and Associates consulting firm. It was 9 p.m. She had to print a report and went into Marcus's office, who happened to be her boss and mentor, who had told her she could use his printer anytime. His computer was still on, unlocked. As she walked around his desk to the printer, she accidentally bumped his mouse. The screen woke up to a specific folder in which she witnesses photos. Dozens of them. Women walking to their cars. Women at coffee shops. Women through apartment windows. She recognizes them. They are former employees. Sarah from accounting. Jennifer from HR. Michelle, who relocated last year. Her hand shakes as she scrolls more photos. Then she sees it. Photos of herself, walking to her car, at the gym, at her apartment window, dated from last week. She hears the elevator ding down the hall. Before we dive in, drop your city in the comments so we know where you're watching from. Stay till the end to see how this new hire at a consultant firm escapes the trap set up by her experienced boss, who happened to be an expert at such crimes. Please don't forget to subscribe to Tailcraft. 1 week earlier. Monday morning, 7:15 a.m. Emma Sullivan's alarm goes off to the sound of soft piano music. She's 27, blonde hair pulled into a neat ponytail, already dressed in a crisp white blouse and gray slacks. Her apartment is small but organized, everything in its place, from the neatly arranged books on her shelf to the single coffee mug drying by the sink. She lives alone, and she likes it that way. Predictable, controlled, safe. She grabs her bag and heads out, stopping at the same coffee shop she visits every morning. The barista knows her order by heart. Medium latte, extra foam. Emma smiles and thanks her, then checks her watch. 7:28. Right on schedule. By 7:50, she's walking through the glass doors of Sterling and Associates, a mid-sized consulting firm occupying 3 floors of a downtown high-rise. The lobby is modern marble floors, sleek furniture, motivational quotes etched into the walls. Excellence through innovation. Emma's been here 18 months, working as a marketing analyst. It's her first real corporate job after college, and she's determined to prove herself. She settles at her desk on 11th floor, an open concept space with rows of cubicles and glass-walled offices along the perimeter. She's good at her job. Detail-oriented, thorough, never misses a deadline. But she's still finding her confidence in this world of power suits and corporate politics. She keeps her head down and her work impeccable. Morning, Emma. She looks up to see Marcus Reed approaching her desk, coffee cup in hand. He's 43, the VP of Operations, with salt and pepper hair and an easy smile that puts everyone at ease. He's wearing an expensive navy suit perfectly tailored. Everyone at Sterling and Associates loves Marcus. He's charismatic, supportive, the kind of boss who remembers birthdays and asks about your weekend. Good morning, Mr. Reed, Emma says, sitting up straighter. Marcus, please. How many times do I have to tell you? He grins. How was your weekend? Quiet. Just caught up on some reading. You work too hard, you know that? He sets a coffee cup on her desk, from the fancy cafe on the top floor, not the break room. Vanilla latte, right? Saw you come in and thought you could use an upgrade from your usual morning coffee. Emma blinks, surprised and touched. Oh, thank you. You didn't have to. Nonsense. You've been doing excellent work on the Henderson project. I like to recognize dedication. He leans against her cubicle wall, relaxed and friendly. You remind me of my younger sister, actually. Same work ethic, same drive. I just want to make sure you're taking care of yourself. This place can burn people out if you're not careful. Emma feels a warm flush of gratitude. Marcus has been her mentor since she started. He took her under his wing when she was just a nervous graduate fumbling through her first client presentation. He gave her opportunities, introduced her to important people, helped her navigate the company politics she never quite understood. I really appreciate that, Marcus. And thank you for the opportunity on the Henderson account. I know you went to bat for me with the partners. You earned it. He takes a sip of his own coffee. So, same routine this week? Gym tonight after work? Emma nods. Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6. Like clockwork. Consistency is key to success, Marcus says approvingly. Though maybe mix it up sometimes. Try a new class. You're young, you should be spontaneous once in a while. Emma laughs softly. I'm not really the spontaneous type. I've noticed. His smile is warm, almost paternal. Well, if you ever want company at the gym, let me know. I try to work out a few times a week myself. It's good to have a buddy system, especially for a young woman going alone in the evenings. That's really kind of you. I'll keep that in mind. Marcus straightens up, checking his watch. Better let you get to it. Meeting at 9, right? Yes, sir. Marcus, he corrects gently, then walks toward his office, a large corner space with floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the city. Emma takes a sip of the latte. It's perfect. Exactly how she likes it. She feels lucky, really. In a corporate world that can be cold and cutthroat, she found a mentor who genuinely cares. Someone who looks out for her. She opens her laptop and starts reviewing the morning's emails. Another week at Sterling and Associates. Predictable, stable, safe. She has no idea how wrong she is. Tuesday afternoon. The fluorescent lights in the basement archive room flicker intermittently, casting shadows across rows of filing cabinets and storage boxes. Emma stands in the doorway, holding a work order for Marcus. He needs her to pull employee records from 2022 to 2024 for an audit project, something about compliance documentation. The archive room smells like old paper and dust. Emma weaves between metal shelving units, searching for the personnel file section. She finds it in the back corner. Bankers' boxes stacked 3 high, labeled by year and department. She pulls down the first box marked Terminated Employees minus 2022 to 2024 and sets it on a nearby table. Inside are manila folders, each one a former employee's exit documentation. She starts sorting through them, looking for the specific names on Marcus's list. Then she pauses. 4 folders catch her attention. All women, all terminated within the past 2 years. Sarah Chun, Jennifer Martinez, Michelle Thompson, Rebecca Adams. She recognizes the names. Sarah worked in accounting, always friendly. Michelle was in operations, quiet but competent. Emma opens Sarah's file. Termination date, March 15th, 2023. Reason, family emergency. Immediate resignation. Marcus's signature is on the exit paperwork. She opens Jennifer's file. June 2023. Personal relocation. Voluntary departure. Marcus's signature again. Something catches her eye. In the margins of each file, there are handwritten notes in Marcus's precise handwriting. Next to Sarah's name, non-compliant with directive. Next to Jennifer's, asked inappropriate questions re-accounting. Next to Michelle's, potential risk, accessed restricted files. Emma's stomach tightens. The notes are odd, cold, clinical. Why would Marcus write things like that about employees leaving voluntarily for personal reasons? She pulls out her phone and quickly photographs each file. She's not sure why exactly. Just an instinct that something isn't right. That evening, Emma stays late to finish the audit report. By 7:30, the office is mostly empty. She takes the elevator down to the parking garage, her heels echoing on the concrete. The garage is dim, only every third light working. As she approaches her car, she notices a dark sedan parked 3 spaces away. The engine is off, but someone is sitting in the driver's seat, a silhouette, unmoving. Emma's pulse quickens. She fumbles with her keys, sliding inside and locking the doors immediately. She glances at the sedan through her rearview mirror. Still there. Still not moving. She starts her engine and backs out, The sedan's headlights turn on. It's following her. Emma's hands tighten on the steering wheel. She exits the garage and turns left. The sedan follows. She takes another turn, then another. The sedan falls back, and after 2 more blocks, it's gone. She exhales slowly, feeling foolish. Probably just coincidence. But that night, lying in bed, she keeps thinking about those personnel files and the car in the parking garage. Wednesday morning, Marcus appears at her cubicle, coffee in hand. "Morning, Emma. How'd the archive project go yesterday?" "Good. I found everything you needed." "Excellent." Marcus leans against her cubicle. "You didn't happen to work too late, did you?" "I noticed your keycard access showed you left around 7:30. Emma blinks. "He monitors keycard times?" "Oh, I just wanted to finish the report." "You need to be careful, Emma. A young woman like you shouldn't be in the building alone at night. Or walking to your car alone in that parking garage." His eyes hold hers a moment too long. "I worry about you." "I appreciate that, Marcus." "Good." He straightens up. "Oh, and Emma? Those personnel files you pulled. Let's keep that project between us. Confidential audit work. You understand?" "Of course." He walks away, and Emma stares at her computer screen, her stomach churning. Something is wrong. She just doesn't know what yet. Wednesday afternoon. Emma can't focus on work. Those personnel files keep haunting her. During her lunch break, she pulls out her phone and opens LinkedIn, searching for the women from the terminated files. Sarah Chan. She finds the profile last updated March 2023, the month she supposedly left for a family emergency. But Sarah's profile shows no new job, no location update, nothing. It's frozen in time. Emma scrolls through Sarah's connections, her posts. The last post is from March 10th, 5 days before her termination date. Excited about the upcoming audit presentation. What audit presentation? Emma searches for Jennifer Martinez. The profile loads. Her stomach drops. Jennifer's status shows deceased as of June 2023. Emma clicks frantically, searching for more information. There's nothing on LinkedIn, but she opens Google. Jennifer Martinez obituary 2023. Nothing comes up. She tries again. Jennifer Martinez missing person. Still nothing. How can someone be listed as deceased on LinkedIn with no public record? Emma's hands are shaking now. She searches for Michelle Thompson. Michelle's profile appears, but it's different. Last updated November 2023, her termination month. But there's a news article linked in the comments section of her last post. Someone wrote, "Rest in peace, Michelle." Gone too soon? Emma clicks the article link. Her blood runs cold. Local woman killed in parking garage accident, November 14th, 2023. The article shows a photo of Michelle, smiling. Emma recognizes her immediately. The report states Michelle Thompson, 32, was found dead in the Sterling and Associates parking garage after an apparent hit and run. She was working late. No witnesses. The driver was never found. Case remains unsolved. Emma's breathing becomes shallow. Michelle died in their parking garage. The same garage where Emma parks every day. The same garage where someone followed her last night. Wednesday evening, 9:30 p.m. Emma stays late at the office, but this time it's intentional. She needs access to the building's security system. She has basic admin credentials, enough to view keycard access logs for general employee monitoring. It's not supposed to be used this way, but she needs to know. She pulls up the system on her computer, glancing nervously at the empty office around her. She types in Michelle Thompson's employee ID and selects November 14th, 2023, the night Michelle died. The log appears. Michelle Thompson, badge number 4521. Entry, 8:47 a.m. Exit, 10:43 p.m. Michelle left the building at 10:43 p.m. According to the news article, her body was found around 11:15 p.m., 32 minutes between leaving the building and being discovered. Emma's cursor hovers over the search field. She types in another name, Marcus Reed. The log for November 14th, 2023 populates. Marcus Reed, badge number 0089. Entry, 7:15 a.m. Exit, 11:38 p.m. Emma stares at the screen. Marcus left the building almost an hour after Michelle died. He was there, in the building. That night, her mind races. Maybe he was just working late. Maybe it's a coincidence, but her instincts scream otherwise. She searches Sarah Chun's last day at work March 5th, 10th, 2023. Sarah CHEN, badge number 3847. Entry, 8:12 a.m. Exit, 9:54 p.m. Marcus Reed, badge number 0089. Entry, 7:30 a.m. Exit, 10:40, 7 p.m. He was there, again, left almost an hour after Sarah. Jennifer Martinez, June 22nd, 2023. Jennifer Martinez, badge number 4102. Entry, 8:33 a.m. Exit, 10:15 p.m. Marcus Reed, badge number 0089. Entry, 7:45 a.m. Exit, 11:22 p.m. Every single time. Marcus was in the building when these women worked late, and he left after them. Every single time. Emma's heart pounds so hard she can hear it in her ears. Thursday morning, 11 a.m. Emma barely slept. She spent the night researching Sarah Chun. If Michelle died in the parking garage and Jennifer's death is mysteriously unlisted, what happened to Sarah? She finds a missing persons report filed by Sarah's sister on April 2nd, 2023, 2 weeks after Sarah's supposed family emergency resignation. The report states Sarah never arrived home to Seattle. Her car was found abandoned at a rest stop 40 miles outside the city. No signs of struggle. No activity on her credit cards or phone after March 15th. The case went cold. Sarah didn't quit for a family emergency. She vanished. Emma opens her desk drawer and pulls out the photos she took of the personnel files. She zooms in on Marcus's handwritten notes. Sarah Chun, non-compliant with directive. Jennifer Martinez, asked inappropriate questions re-accounting. Michelle Thompson, potential risk, accessed restricted files. What were they non-compliant about? What questions did Jennifer ask? What files did Michelle access? Emma realizes something chilling. These weren't just random terminations. These women discovered something that made them a threat. And Marcus eliminated that threat. But what did they find? Thursday afternoon to 12:30 p.m. Emma needs more information. She can't access restricted files without raising flags, but she can access general financial reports. It's part of her job. If Jennifer asked questions about accounting and Marcus made a note of it, maybe there's something in the financial records. She pulls up the company's quarterly reports from 2022 to present. At first, everything looks normal. Revenue, expenses, profit margins, all standard corporate financials. Then she notices something odd. There are quarterly consulting fees paid to an LLC called Meridian Solutions Group. The amounts are substantial, $50,000 to $75,000 per quarter. She's never heard of Meridian Solutions. She searches the company database. Nothing. No contracts, no project records, no emails mentioning them. She Googles Meridian Solutions Group. The search returns nothing. No website, no business registration, no LinkedIn company page. It doesn't exist. Emma's pulse races. She digs deeper into the payment records. All the payments to Meridian Solutions were approved by Marcus Reed. The bank account information is listed, but it's routed through an offshore account in the Cayman Islands. Marcus is embezzling. He's been siphoning money from Sterling and Associates through fake consulting fees. Hundreds of thousands of dollars over the past 2 years. This is what Jennifer found. This is what Michelle discovered when she accessed restricted files. This is why Sarah was non-compliant. She must have refused to sign off on something related to the fraud. And Marcus killed them to keep them quiet. Thursday evening, 1:30 p.m. Emma sits at her desk, frozen with the realization of what she's uncovered. Her hands tremble as she closes the financial reports. She needs to be careful. If Marcus finds out she knows, her phone buzzes. An email notification. From Marcus Reed. Subject: tomorrow evening. T.O. Emma Sullivan. Emma, can you stay late tomorrow, Friday, to help me with a special project? Need your analytical skills for something confidential. Just you and me around 7 p.m.? Let me know. Marcus. Emma's blood turns to ice. Friday, late evening. Just the two of them. Alone in the building. The pattern. Every woman worked late on a Friday before they disappeared or died. She checks today's date. Thursday, the 14th. Tomorrow is Friday the 15th. She scrolls down to the bottom of Marcus's email. There's a P.S. By the way, I noticed you've been accessing some interesting files lately. Keycard logs, financial reports. Everything okay? Just want to make sure you're not working too hard. We should talk about it tomorrow night. He knows. He knows she's been investigating. Emma's office phone rings, making her jump. The caller ID shows Marcus Reed, extension 2089. The phone rings again. And again. She doesn't answer. On her computer screen, a new notification appears. Someone has accessed her personnel file. She clicks on the system alert. User Marcus Reed. File accessed. Emma Sullivan, employee record. Time 1:32 p.m. Actions. Viewed home address, emergency contacts, daily schedule, keycard access, history. He's studying her, just like he studied the others. Emma grabs her bag and stands up, her chair rolling backward and hitting the cubicle wall. Several coworkers look up, concerned. Emma, you okay? Asks Tom from the next cubicle. She forces a smile, though her face feels numb. Yeah, just ... Not feeling well. Think I need to go home. She walks toward the elevator, feeling Marcus's office behind her. She doesn't look back. She can't. If she sees him watching her through his glass office wall, she might break down completely. The elevator doors close, and Emma finally exhales. She has less than 24 hours to figure out what to do, because tomorrow night, Marcus expects her to be alone with him in this building, and she knows exactly what he's planning. Emma drives aimlessly for an hour, her mind racing. She can't go home. Marcus has her address. She can't go to the police. What does she actually have? Suspicions about keycard logs and a fake company that could be explained away. No direct proof of murder. And Marcus is beloved, respected, powerful. She's just a junior analyst who'll sound paranoid, but she can't do nothing. She needs help. She needs someone who will believe her. HR. Linda Chun in Human Resources. If anyone should know about employee concerns, threats, workplace safety, it's HR. Emma pulls into a coffee shop parking lot and calls the office. Linda Chun speaking. Linda, it's Emma Sullivan from marketing. I need to speak with you. It's urgent. Employee safety concerns. There's a pause. Of course, Emma. Can you come in tomorrow morning? No, I need to talk today. Now, if possible. It's about former employees and some irregularities I've found. Another pause, longer this time. All right. Come to my office. I have time at 2 o'clock. Emma checks the time. It's 1:45. I'll be there. At 2 p.m. sharp, Emma sits across from Linda Chun in her neat corporate office. Linda is in her 50s, professional, with reading glasses perched on her nose. She folds her hands on her desk and gives Emma an encouraging smile. Now, what's this about, Emma? Emma's prepared what to say. She keeps it factual, careful. I was pulling some personnel files earlier this week for an audit project Marcus asked me to work on. I found termination records for several women who left the company over the past 2 years. Sarah Chun, Jennifer Martinez, Michelle Thompson. I did some research and Linda, Michelle died in our parking garage. And Sarah is listed as a missing person. Linda's expression doesn't change. Yes, Michelle's death was a tragedy. We were all very shaken by it. But it was ruled an accident by the police. But what if it wasn't? What if? Emma stops herself. She sounds crazy already. Linda, all 3 women left under suspicious circumstances. And I found notes in their files. Marcus's handwriting. He called them non-compliant and potential risks. Why would he write that about employees who were supposedly leaving voluntarily? Linda leans back in her chair. Emma, Marcus handles all sensitive terminations personally. It's part of his role as VP of Operations. He's very thorough, very protective of this company and our people. Sometimes employees leave under difficult circumstances, performance issues, conflicts, things we don't publicly document to protect their privacy. But I also found financial irregularities. Payments to a fake consulting company, offshore accounts. Marcus has been... Stop. Linda's voice is sharp now. She removes her glasses and fixes Emma with a hard stare. Emma, I'm going to be very direct with you. Are you experiencing some kind of stress? Personal issues? Problems with your work performance? Emma feels her stomach sink. What? No, I'm trying to tell you. Because what I'm hearing sounds like a junior employee making very serious, very unfounded accusations against a senior executive. A respected leader who has mentored you, supported your career, and frankly, has been nothing but kind to you. Linda, please, I'm not making this up. 3 women are dead or missing. Michelle's death was an accident. Sarah Chun left for personal reasons, and what she did after leaving this company is not our concern. And Jennifer Martinez, Linda pauses. Jennifer had personal problems we don't discuss out of respect for her privacy. Emma realizes with horror that Linda already knows. Or worse, she doesn't care. Marcus has built his career here over 15 years, Linda continues. He's beloved by everyone. He's brought in millions in revenue. And you've been here 18 months. She lets that hang in the air. Is there a specific problem with your employment, Emma? Because if you're unhappy here, we can discuss a transition. The threat is clear. Back off or lose your job. Emma stands, her legs shaky. No, there is no problem with my employment. Good. Linda stands as well, her professional smile returning. I think perhaps you've been working too hard. Why don't you take the rest of the day off? Rest up. And Emma? She walks around her desk. If you continue making these kinds of accusations, I'll have to document it as a performance concern. For your own protection, of course. Emma leaves the HR office, her hands trembling. The hallway seems to tilt. She was so stupid. HR doesn't protect employees. HR protects the company, and Marcus is the company. She walks toward the elevator, then freezes. Marcus is standing by the elevator bank, talking with 2 other executives. He's laughing at something, relaxed and charming. He hasn't seen her yet. Emma turns and takes the stairs instead, her heart pounding. She exits the building through a side door and practically runs to her car. Inside, she locks the doors and grips the steering wheel, trying to breathe. She has no allies. No one will help her. HR has dismissed her. The police won't believe her without evidence. She's completely alone. Her phone buzzes. A text message from Marcus. Linda told me about your visit. I'm worried about you, Emma. You seem stressed, seeing patterns that aren't there. Why don't you take tomorrow off? Forget about our Friday meeting. Get some rest. We can talk on Monday when you're feeling better. Emma stares at the message. It's perfectly reasonable. Caring, even. But she knows what it really means. He's giving her the weekend to disappear. Just like he gave the others time. Just like he planned. Another text arrives. By the way, I still have that spare key to your apartment from when you asked me to water your plants last month. I'll drop it by this evening so you have it back. Around 8 p.m.? I know you're usually home by then. Emma's blood turns to ice. She never asked him to water her plants. She's never given him a key. But somehow, he has one. And he's telling her he knows exactly where she'd be tonight. Thursday evening, 3 p.m. Emma sits in her car in the coffee shop parking lot, staring at Marcus's text message. He's coming to her apartment at 8 p.m. She can't go home. But she also can't just run. Where would she go? She has no family nearby, no close friends she could stay with indefinitely. And if she disappears without evidence, she becomes just another woman who left suddenly for personal reasons. She needs proof. Real, undeniable proof that police can't dismiss. Her phone buzzes again. Another text from Marcus. Also, I grabbed those financial reports you were looking at earlier. Wanted to review them myself. Noticed you'd highlighted the Meridian Solutions entries. Smart catch. We should definitely discuss that tomorrow, or tonight, if you're available. I could bring dinner to your place? Emma's hands shake. He knows. He knows exactly what she found. And he's taunting her with it. She makes a decision. She can't access the restricted files from outside the office. They're behind the company firewall. But if Marcus has a storage unit or somewhere he keeps evidence, records, anything that proves what he's done. She opens her laptop and connects to the coffee shop's Wi-Fi. She pulls up the company's expense report database. She has legitimate access to this for her analyst work. She searches Marcus Reed's name and filters for the past 3 years. There. Monthly charges to secure space storage. Unit rental, always the same location. Unit 147. The facility address is only 10 miles away. Emma's heart pounds. What if that's where he keeps his trophies? His surveillance equipment? Evidence of what he's done to those women? She checks the time. 3:15 p.m. The storage facility is open until 9 p.m. She could get there, break in if she has to, find proof, and get to the police station before Marcus shows up at her apartment. It's risky. It's probably illegal. But what choice does she have? She starts her car and drives. The secure space storage facility is a sprawling complex of identical orange metal units arranged in rows. Emma parks near the entrance and watches through the chain-link fence. There's an office near the front with an attendant inside and security cameras positioned at intervals along the fence line. She can't just walk in. She needs the access code for the gate. Emma pulls out her phone and calls the storage facility, putting on her most professional voice. Hi, this is Emma Sullivan calling from Sterling and Associates. I'm Mr. Reed's assistant, and he asked me to pick up some files from his unit today, but I seem to have misplaced the gate code. Could you help me out? There's a pause. I'd need to verify with the account holder first, Mom. What's the unit number? Unit 147, and Mr. Reed is in meetings all afternoon. He specifically asked me to grab these files for tomorrow's presentation. I really don't want to bother him if I can avoid it. Another pause. The attendant sighs. All right. The gate code is 4738, but you'll need the unit key to get into 147. Of course. I have it right here. Thank you so much. Emma hangs up before the attendant can ask more questions. She has the gate code, but no key to the actual unit. She have to figure that out when she gets there. She drives to the gate, punches in 4738, and the chain-link gate rolls open. She pulls through, her heart hammering. The facility is mostly empty at this hour, just a few cars scattered throughout. She finds Unit 147 in the back section, a standard 10 by 10 storage unit with a rolling metal door. There's a heavy padlock on the door. Emma sits in her car, staring at it. She's come this far. She gets out, looking around nervously. No one's nearby. She approaches the unit and examines the padlock. It's substantial, not something she can just break with a rock. She returns to her car and searches through her trunk. Emergency kit, jumper cables, tire iron. She grabs the tire iron and returns to the unit. She wedges the tire iron into the lock shackle and pulls with all her strength. The metal groans but doesn't give. She tries again, bracing her foot against the door. The lock holds. Come on, she mutters, pulling harder. With a sharp crack, the lock mechanism breaks. The shackle pops free. Emma freezes, listening. No alarms, no running footsteps. Just the distant hum of traffic. She removes the broken lock and rolls up the metal door. It's loud, scraping against the tracks. Inside, the unit is dark. She pulls out her phone and turns on the flashlight. The beam illuminates rows of filing cabinets, plastic storage bins, and equipment cases. She steps inside, her breath shallow. This is it. This is Marcus's secret room. Emma starts with the filing cabinets. The first drawer is filled with financial documents, bank statements, offshore account records, transaction histories, all showing money being funneled from Sterling and Associates to various accounts under different company names. Millions of dollars over 5 years, not just 2. Marcus has been embezzling far longer than she thought. The second drawer makes her stomach turn. Personnel files, but not the official ones from the company. These are Marcus's personal files on employees. There are at least 20 folders, all women. Photos of them at work, at home, at coffee shops. Printed schedules. Notes about their routines, their relationships, their vulnerabilities. Emma's hands shake as she finds Sarah Chung's folder. Inside, photos of Sarah walking to her car, entering her apartment building, at the gym. Notes in Marcus's handwriting. Lives alone. No boyfriend. Parents in Seattle calls every Sunday at 7 p.m. Works late Thursdays and Fridays. Access opportunity. Parking garage, 10 p.m. or later. Jennifer's folder has similar content. Michelle's too. But Michelle's folder has something additional, a printed news article about her death, with Marcus's handwritten note in the margin. Accident investigation closed. No further action required. Emma pulls out her phone and starts photographing everything. Every page, every photo, every note. Her hands are shaking so badly it's hard to keep the camera steady. Then she finds the equipment. Surveillance cameras, GPS trackers, lock-picking tools, and in a plastic bin at the back, driver's licenses, 4 of them. Sarah Chun, Jennifer Martinez, Rebecca Adams, and one she doesn't recognize, Elena Rodriguez, dated 2021. There are more victims. More than just the 4 she found in the personnel files. Emma's taking photos of the licenses when she hears it. A car engine outside. Close. Getting closer. She freezes. Through the open door of the storage unit, she sees headlights sweeping across the pavement. A dark sedan pulls into view. It stops 3 units down from where she's parked. The engine shuts off. The door opens. Emma's blood turns to ice. Even from this distance, even in the dimming evening light, she recognizes the figure stepping out of the car. Marcus. Emma's mind races. He's here. How did he know? Did the storage facility call him? Did he track her phone? Her car? She watches through the crack of the open storage unit door as Marcus walks toward the facility office. He's talking on his phone, his posture relaxed. He hasn't seen her car yet. It's parked on the far side, partially hidden behind another unit. She has maybe 2 minutes before he comes to Unit 147. Emma grabs as many files as she can carry and shoves them into her bag. The driver's licenses, the financial documents, photos from Sarah's folder. She's about to run when she realizes Her car is too exposed. If she goes for it now, he'll see her. She's trapped. She pulls the rolling door down as quietly as possible, leaving it just slightly ajar. If it's fully closed, the broken lock will be obvious. Then she hides behind a stack of plastic storage bins in the back corner of the unit, crouching low, her phone clutched in her hand. She can hear footsteps approaching, getting closer. They stop right outside Unit 147. Through the crack in the door, Emma sees Marcus's shadow. He's standing there, looking at the unit, looking at the broken padlock on the ground. "Whoa," Marcus says quietly, and Emma can hear the smile in his voice. "I guess we're doing this tonight instead of tomorrow." He pulls up the rolling door. Light floods the unit. Emma holds her breath, pressed against the back wall, hidden behind the bins. If he comes all the way inside, if he looks back here, he'll see her. Marcus steps into the unit. Emma can see his shoes, his legs. He's looking around, taking inventory. "Emma?" He calls out, his voice echoing in the metal space. "I know you're here. Your car is parked outside." Emma's heart stops. Of course. Her car. How could she be so stupid? "I have to admit, I'm impressed," Marcus continues, walking slowly through the unit. "You figured it out faster than the others. Sarah took weeks. Jennifer never quite put it together. But you? Smart girl. Just like I always said, he's getting closer to her hiding spot. Here's what's going to happen," Marcus says conversationally. "You're going to come out, and we're going to have a conversation. A reasonable conversation between mentor and mentee. Because that's what we are, Emma. I've cared about your career, your success. I don't want to hurt you." Emma can see his reflection in the metal wall of the unit. He's holding something in his hand, something that glints in the light. A knife. "But if you make me chase you," Marcus continues, his voice hardening, "if you make this difficult, then I can't guarantee what happens next. So come out, now." Emma's fingers hover over her phone. She opens the camera app and presses record, setting the phone on the ground behind the bin, lens facing out toward Marcus. Then she stands up, her legs shaking. "Okay," she says, her voice barely a whisper. "Okay, I'm here." Emma steps out from behind the storage bins, her whole body trembling. Marcus stands 10 feet away, the knife held loosely in his right hand. He looks almost relieved to see her. "There you are." He gestures at the open files scattered around the unit. "I see you've been doing your homework." Emma's voice shakes. "Why, Marcus? Why did you do this?" Marcus sighs, like a disappointed teacher. "You really want to know? Fine. Let's start with Michelle. Michelle Thompson, dedicated operations manager, working late one Thursday night. You know what she found?" He picks up one of the financial folders. "She found a discrepancy in the quarterly reports. Just like you did. $5,000 that didn't add up. She brought it to me first, before going to anyone else. So trusting. You killed her. I protected my livelihood, Emma. I've been taking from this company for 6 years. Small amounts at first, then larger. Do you know how underpaid I am compared to what I've brought to Sterling and Associates? I built that company's entire operations infrastructure. I deserved that money." Emma's hand moves slowly toward her pocket. "And Sarah? Jennifer?" Marcus's expression darkens. Sarah was a mistake. I asked her to sign off on some modified expense reports. She refused. Said she'd have to verify the accounts first. I couldn't let her verify anything. He shakes his head. Jennifer was worse. She came to me with concerns about multiple employee complaints about my behavior. Apparently, some women felt uncomfortable with how much attention I paid to them. Can you believe that? I was being supportive, and they made it sound predatory. It was predatory. No, Marcus snaps, his mask slipping. I cared about them. Just like I care about you, Emma. I mentored you. I protected you. I made sure you had opportunities. You stalked me. You followed me. You have files on dozens of women. Because I needed to understand them, to help them, to know when they were struggling or needed support. His voice echoes in the metal unit. He takes a breath, calming himself. But some of them, like you, they become problems. They dig where they shouldn't. They find things they shouldn't find. Emma backs up slightly. The police know, Marcus. I sent everything. You didn't send anything. Marcus holds up a small electronic device. GPS tracker. I've had it on your car for 3 months. I watched you go to the coffee shop. I watched you come here. You never went to the police, Emma. You came straight to my storage unit like I knew you would. Emma's heart sinks. He's been tracking her all along. Here's what's going to happen, Marcus continues, stepping closer. You're going to have an accident, just like Michelle. You've been stressed, erratic, making wild accusations. You broke into my storage unit. That's a crime, by the way. And when you tried to run, tragically, you lost control of your car on that winding road near the facility. He gestures with the knife. I'll call 911 myself. I'll be the concerned mentor who tried to help a disturbed employee. People will know. HR knows I came to them. Her knows. You made baseless accusations while clearly unstable. Linda will testify to that. Marcus smiles coldly. You have no allies, Emma. No one who'll question your accident. You're alone. Emma's mind races. The phone. It's still recording behind the bins. If she can just keep him talking long enough, get enough of his confession. What about Rebecca Adams? Emma asks, stalling. And Elena Rodriguez from 2021? How many women have you killed, Marcus? Marcus tilts his head, considering. Elena was the first. She caught me accessing employee bank accounts. I wasn't as careful back then, but I learned. I got better at it. There's pride in his voice. Rebecca asked too many questions about why so many women were leaving. She was going to file a formal complaint with the board. I couldn't allow that. You're a serial killer. I'm a survivor, Marcus corrects. I do what's necessary to protect what I've built. And right now, Emma, you're a threat to everything. So we're going to walk out of here together, get in your car, and take a drive. Don't make this harder than it has to be. He raises the knife, light glinting off the blade. Emma takes another step back, her hand finally closing around her car keys in her pocket. The panic button. If she can press it, don't, Marcus warns, reading her intention. Drop the keys. Now. Emma's fingers freeze on the keys. This is it. If she gives up her only weapon, her only chance to signal for help, she's dead. She makes her choice. She presses the panic button. Her car alarm erupts outside, blaring through the evening air. Marcus's face contorts with rage. You stupid! Emma runs. She runs out of the storage unit, her car alarm still blaring. She can hear Marcus behind her, his footsteps pounding on the pavement. She sprints toward the facility office, screaming, Help! Someone help me. The attendant emerges from the office, confused by the noise. Emma runs toward him, waving her arms. Call 911. He's trying to kill me. Marcus stops running. He straightens his jacket, slips the knife into his pocket, and walks calmly toward them. His expression shifts instantly concerned, worried mentor. Emma, please, he calls out, his voice gentle. You're not well. Let me help you. The attendant looks between them, uncertain. What's going on here? I'm her supervisor, Marcus explained smoothly. She's been under a lot of stress at work, having some kind of episode. I've been trying to get her to see someone. He's lying, Emma screams. He killed 4 women. He has evidence in his storage unit files, surveillance photos, driver's licenses from his victims. The attendant backs up, overwhelmed. I'm calling the police. Please do, Marcus says calmly. Emma broke into my storage unit, destroyed my property. I want to press charges. Emma's stomach drops. He's going to spin this. Make her look crazy, just like he planned. But I have proof, Emma says desperately. She pulls out her phone, not the one recording, her regular phone. She starts showing the photos she took. Look, financial records showing embezzlement. Photos of women he was stalking. Marcus's eyes narrow. Those are private business documents you've stolen. That's corporate espionage, Emma. I really didn't want to do this, but you forced my hand. He reaches for her phone. Emma jerks it away. Don't touch me. Sirens wail in the distance. Getting closer. Marcus's jaw tightens. He can't let the police see those photos. He lunges for Emma's phone, grabbing her wrist. They struggle. The attendant yells at them to stop. Emma brings her knee up hard into Marcus's stomach. He gasps and releases her, stumbling backward. She runs toward the approaching police cars, waving her arms. 2 squad cars pull through the gate, lights flashing. Emma runs to the first officer, words tumbling out. He's trying to kill me. Marcus Reed, he murdered multiple women. I have evidence in his storage unit. The officer holds up a hand. Slow down, ma'am. What's your name? Emma Sullivan. Please, you have to listen. A second officer approaches Marcus. Sir, can you tell me what's happening here? Marcus puts on his most reasonable expression. Officer, I'm Marcus Reed, VP at Sterling & Associates. This young woman works for me. She's been experiencing some mental health issues and broke into my storage unit. I'm concerned for her welfare. That's a lie, Emma shouts. She holds up her phone. I have photos of evidence. Financial fraud, surveillance files on women he's been stalking. The first officer takes Emma's phone, scrolling through the photos. His expression changes as he sees the surveillance photos, the driver's licenses, the financial records. Ma'am, where exactly did you get these photos? From his storage unit. Unit 147. Everything's still in there. Please, you have to look. The officer radios for backup. We need detectives at Secure Space Storage. Possible evidence of stalking and fraud. Marcus's composure finally cracks. Those are private business documents. She had no right. Sir, I'm going to need you to stay right here. Emma remembers. Wait, I have more. I left my other phone recording in the unit. He confessed. Everything. He admitted to killing Michelle Thompson, Sarah Chun, Jennifer Martinez, Rebecca Adams, Elena Rodriguez. He told me exactly how he did it. The second officer walks quickly toward Unit 147. 2 minutes later, he emerges holding Emma's phone, still recording. We need to hear this, he says to the first officer. They play the recording. Marcus's voice fills the air, calm and matter-of-fact. Elena was the first. She caught me accessing employee bank accounts. Michelle found a discrepancy in the quarterly reports. Jennifer came to me with complaints about my behavior. I do what's necessary to protect what I've built. The officer's expressions harden. Marcus Reed, turn around and put your hands behind your back. This is ridiculous. That recording is inadmissible. You're under arrest for the murder of Michelle Thompson and for suspicion of involvement in multiple missing persons cases. You have the right to remain silent. Emma watches as they handcuff Marcus. He looks at her, his face twisted with rage. You've destroyed everything, he hisses. Everything I built. No, Emma says quietly. You destroyed yourself. After 3 months, Emma sits in a federal courthouse, finishing her testimony. Marcus Reed's trial has drawn national attention. Corporate killer, VP accused of murdering employees who uncovered his crimes. The evidence was overwhelming. The recordings, the files, the driver's licenses. Forensic teams found the DNA evidence linking Marcus to Michelle's hit and run. Sarah Chun's remains were discovered based on location data from Marcus's phone. Jennifer Martinez's body was found in a remote area 2 hours outside the city. Marcus Reed convicted on 3 counts of first-degree murder, 2 counts of manslaughter, embezzlement, stalking, and fraud. Life in prison without parole. Sterling and Associates faces massive investigations. The CEO resigns. Linda Chun is fired for suppressing employee complaints. The company settles with victims' families for millions. Emma stands outside the courthouse, overwhelmed by reporters. She gives a brief statement. "I'm grateful for justice, but I'm heartbroken for Sarah, Michelle, Jennifer, Rebecca, and Elena. They were smart, capable women who deserve to live full lives. I hope their families can find some peace now." Weeks later, Emma sits in a small office with simple furniture and a window overlooking the city. A wooden sign on her desk reads, "Safe Workplace Initiative, Emma Sullivan, Director." A young woman sits across from her, nervous, holding a manila folder. "I think my supervisor has been following me. I have photos, emails, but I'm afraid no one will believe me." Emma leans forward, her expression compassionate but strong. "I believe you, and we're going to document everything. You're not alone anymore." The woman's eyes fill with tears of relief. Emma hands her a tissue and opens a notebook. "Start from the beginning. Tell me everything." As the woman talks, Emma writes. She knows exactly what it feels like to be alone, to be hunted, to be dismissed. But she also knows what it feels like to survive. And now, she's making sure other women survive too.